Our last strategic plan finished in 2025, and now is the time to launch a new one in the light of all the recent changes. Our new strategic plan for 26 to 29 consists of 6 key areas. And today I'm going to ask members of the Trust team to go through that plan with you so that we know what we're all driving for, to make sure that as people, little people and big people, we all are successful and achieve well over the next 3 years.
Hi, I'm Kim Kemp and I'm Head of Inclusive Education for IFTL, which I see as a huge honour and privilege. Inclusion is absolutely the central part and has to be a golden thread through everything. The 4 key areas that we're working on are to strengthen ensuring a fully inclusive culture with quick, speedy identification and intervention, having really high quality ASC units and complex needs, including additional provisions. Obviously, it's fundamental that all children get the best start at their earliest opportunity when they join the school, from those schools that have 2-year-old provisions, nurseries, receptions. It is a foundation for lifelong learning. So it is really, really key that we prioritise early education, ensuring we have highest quality of teaching, that we have ambitious classrooms which are fully inclusive, and finally, having that real high quality training and interactions for all our adults working with any of our children.
So another area of thriving schools is curriculum. So we obviously want to look at curriculum development with the new curriculum and assessment review and looking at a trust-wide curriculum. So the outcome of this would be that we have universal resources, we have experts at hand that have co-created, co-designed the best curriculum for all of our learners at IFTL. Alongside this, a piece of work that we've already started working on is the Teaching and Learning Project. It's about being the best teacher. So what's our universal language for improving the quality of teaching, and how do we train all of our leaders in all of our schools to develop our teachers across the system so that we have the best teachers in every classroom, in every school.
One of the key areas of our strategic plan is social justice. And the way in which we are hoping to achieve all of our visions for social justice is the introduction and standardisation of TAC and TAF meetings across all of our schools. So that's Team Around the Child and Team Around the Family meetings, to ensure that our early help offer is applied consistently across our schools. Also, the introduction of a multi-agency partnership board, whereby we bring together all of the external agencies such as police, health, social care, voluntary sector organisations and our schools, and we will look at agreed and shared priorities that work across Milton Keynes, across Corby and Northampton, and other local authorities that we work with. We are also going to increase staff capacity by ensuring that there's additional training for our DSLs, for our school staff, and also offer out training and support to parents and carers as well. And that will be looking at that trauma-informed approach to ensure that our children come into school and feel safe, calm and supported. We are also going to be focusing on attendance and ensuring that all of our schools are above national average, alongside persistent absence, and a key focus on suspensions being below national average, along with permanent exclusions.
So digital transformation is all about how we can use digital tools to increase human value, to find times and places where we can add value as humans by making our working more efficient and more effective. So we're going to be doing some work around security and building a culture of security for cyber security and online safety for our children. We'll be looking at different pieces of infrastructure to make sure that we all know how to use the setup that we've got to the best that we can. And again, that's to increase our efficiency and our effectiveness in our working and give us more time to be humans, connected and belonging. We'll continue our work on PedTech, so looking at the way we can be pedagogically led in the way that we use devices for education, for children's learning, and for teachers to support them to be more human in the classroom. How can we create teacher capacity and learner capacity in the classroom for those really important human interactions to take place? And as part of that, we'll be looking at our AI strategy and moving forwards with the ways that artificial intelligence can safely support us to do these various things within our working practices.
One of the areas in our strategic plan will be looking at people, and within that we'll be looking at attracting the best talent internally and also externally. We'll also be looking at well-being and inclusion within the trust, and also listening to our colleagues and engaging our colleagues in everything that we do. We're also looking at HR centralisation, so we'll be doing lots more things from the centre with our own advisory to support head teachers and to support our colleagues with all HR matters. We'll also be looking at learning and development and what opportunities and what clear career pathways we can give to everybody within the organisation, whether that being in a teacher's role or in a support role. We've done an all-staff survey where we had an 86% response rate from our colleagues, so we've got some great feedback to work on. Schools will be working on that on an individual basis with action plans, and we'll be also acting as a whole trust around what we can do to really, one of the issues that came up was around workload, and we're looking at ways. We've got 4 schools on a trial to do PPA from home and see whether that will help. We've also been working behind the scenes on centralising our HR function to support our heads, and that will continue over the next 3 years. We've brought our advisory, which we used to contract out, we've brought that in-house now, so that those advisors and our senior HR business partners can really get involved with and support our head teachers in schools with all of the HR issues that they're faced with on a day-to-day basis. We will be looking at our learning and development offer, and we'll be looking at career pathways for all of our colleagues, both teachers and our support staff, to ensure that we've got career pathways so that they feel that they can stay within the trust and there's lots of opportunities for them.
One of our main strategic priorities is secure and sustainability. For finance, that means how we spend our money, making the most of our resources. It also means making the most of our money, taking opportunities, increasing our income where we can. Part of that in this climate is making sure that we get pupils through the doors, but we're making sure we're an attractive proposition, both our schools and our MAT, for parents to choose. So maximising the amount of pupils through the door. Also uptake in other activities like clubs. Nurseries are really important, and part of that is making it efficient. We've got our staffing structures, we've got our resources, but it's maximising that income and it's meeting our community and parental needs. Part of our priorities as well is also, and it links into other areas, is around systems, making sure that our info is really good, that when we're talking with head teachers, leaders and stakeholders, that we're sharing appropriate information, that we're looking external outside of a MAT, benchmarking ourselves and making the most of our resources and money.